I guess it's been a while since I've done an update on the 53 Mercury. So this is the latest. The left rear brake adjuster was severely seized up. In fact, I couldn't move it at all. Thanks to a little help from a man with a heating torch, we got it moving the way it should. I'd give him a shout out, but he doesn't have a YouTube channel, so anyway, to prevent this happening again, we're going to give a little John Deere anti-seize. For those that aren't familiar with drum and shoe brakes, this is the adjuster. Ooh, that's tight. This is the adjuster that pushes the shoes out further against the drum. Fairly important piece. A little bit of anti-seize on these threads too. And in theory, it should never seize up that bad again. I think this drum actually sat in pretty wet, almost water conditions, judging by the amount of pitting and rust on the surface. I shined it up a little. Oh, it turns nice now. Good old John Deere never seize. Everybody should have some. Oh. And in other brake news, we have a little parcel here from Rock Auto, which I've had for a couple of weeks and haven't even opened yet, but so I'm assuming it's what I ordered. To some people it probably wouldn't make much sense to buy new brake shoes for a car that can't even be driven. But my thoughts are, at some point in time I'll want to move this car, and there's absolutely no way of stopping it outside of bumping into another vehicle or a building. So by putting the new rear brake shoes in, I'll have a parking brake at least, and that'll give me a means of controlling where and when it stops. And worst case scenario, or best maybe, if I actually do get this car running, you can drive them on just a rear parking brake. I know from experience, I did that with the 52 for the first year. Yeah, it's a little dark down there. But again, these shoes will also fit the 52, obviously. So if it turns out this car doesn't need them, or if I park it and turn it into a parts car, then I'll have a nice new set of shoes for the 52, which is a driver, of course. You've all seen it in the videos. Yeah, that'll be a separate video right there, I guess. So that's about it for now. Not too much news on the engine. Each passing day I'm losing a little more hope on getting this old engine unseized. A little dark here, but I've removed the bolt or the nuts on the rear connecting rod bearing. Got a wooden dowel or a stick of wood in there, and beat on it pretty good with the hammer. I've had acetone ATF mixture soaking in all the cylinder holes, and so far it is just as tight as if it was welded together. So I don't know, there's a few more drastic measures we can take, but at this point in time I'm just going to give it a little more soaking and see what happens. Most days it's been too cold to do much work out here, but spring is on the way, March 10th.